Hey apes, Miss Maycut here. I'm going to walk you through the 3.2 biomes and primary productivity calculations, and we'll be using dimensional analysis. So for this process, dimensional analysis is something that you are going to get to do a lot of this year coming forward into future units. And this is the basic structure for dimensional analysis. You create these grids, and it's a way of dealing with all of the huge units and metric conversions that you get with some of these larger calculations. Okay, so let's begin with a set of data that we started off with. So in the example, we had the algae beds and reefs, and they had an area of 0.6 million kilometers squared and a net primary productivity mean of 2,500 grams per meter squared per year. All right. So what does that mean? What we're talking about is the area over the globe is 0.6 kilometers squared of algae beds and reefs. And in a year, these beds can produce on average in 1 square meter 2,500 grams of plant material, of biomass, of primary productivity taken in high energy bonds converted from sun through the process of photosynthesis, as you all know. Okay, so how do we do this? And I've created these little how-to slides. So this is what is in the PowerPoint you were given. And the first thing to note is we have 0.6 times 10 to the 6 kilometers squared. Well, that's not what was on your table. You were just given 0.6. That's because 10 to the 6 is 1 million. So the table said it was 0.6, but it was in a total, the top of the table said these are all millions of kilometers squared, right? And this is very, very sloppy. I attempted it earlier. So 1 times 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there it gives you, so 1 times 10, let's put my little drawing tool back on, for my 10 to the 6, yes! Okay, so there you go, 1 times 10 to the 6, there you go, and now times 0.6. The next thing to note is we've got a couple conversions. So we have to convert kilometers to meters, so that's a conversion. We have to convert grams to tons. So this is changing lengths, units of length. This one's changing units of mass. Okay, so those conversions will be the same every single time. So for every one of these calculations, that'll be the same. The other piece of data you have to grab, so we had 2 sets of data. We had to grab the area and we had to grab the mean net primary productivity off our data table. So what does that look like? We'll swing down here. So there are the conversion calculations, and here are 2 values from the table. And here are the conversions. You can see there are 1 million, 10 to the 6, 1 million meters squared in 1 kilometer squared. There is 1 million of grams in 1 metric ton. Now, how do they know which one goes where? Like, how do you know which goes which? Well, we're trying to get rid of the kilometers and convert it to meters. So the one you're trying to get rid of goes on the bottom. The one you're trying to keep goes on the top. So we're getting rid of, and let's do some, so we can cancel some of these out. So I will grab this color. So we're going to get rid of the kilometers and kilometers, right? And now this is meters. And then here we're going to get rid of the grams, and now we've got tons. All right, so we've done a couple simplifications now already. We're going to do a few more, okay? Because there's a few more we can do for sure. So we're also going to look for some other things we can get rid of that we have doubled up. Well, when we took, this is the other value you have to look for, right? That 2,500 grams per meter squared per year. Well, grams goes on the top, and then meter squared goes on the bottom. That's literally just the unit. That's the only thing that's down below. There's no number down below. This is just the second half of this right there. So, and hey, we've got another meter squared, a meter squared. Well, we can cancel those. So we'll cancel those. Okay, is there anything else I can cancel? Oh, I can get rid of one of these 10 to the 6. There's a 10 to the 6, and there's a 10 to the 6. So what does that leave behind? Well, I'm left with the 0.6, good. I still have one of the 10 to the 6s. That's just one, don't need that. 2.5, 10 to the 3, and we have a metric ton, and we have a year. So let's clean that up. And we get down here There's your 0.6, 10 to the 6, 2.5, 10 to the 3 metric tons per year. Yay! Okay, but we still want to clean this up even more. What? Is that possible? Yes. So grab that 10 to the 6, grab that 10 to the 3, take those two and add them. Boom. That gives you 6 and 3, woo, is 9. Now I'm just going to multiply, nice and simple, 0.6 times 2.5. That gives me 1.5. So there's my 1.5 times 10 to the 9. There's my metric tons of biomass per year. Let's go check the answer key. And wait, what's wrong? There's all these weird numbers and letters. Miss Makeup, what are you trying to do to us? I'm trying to mess with your heads. Can't you tell? No, it's not that hard. We got this. So here's your 2.5 right there. This was the original mean net primary productivity, 2.5 exponential to the third power, right? So 2.5, that's 2,500. 2,000, right? Because the E is going to kind of take the place of the 10. Okay, and then to the third power, positive 3. Sometimes they're negative exponentials. That's why you have to have the plus. Okay, it's also, you can have decimals, so we won't go into that. And then here's our answer that we were just checking, that 1.5 and then 10 to the 9. So you did it. Good job. If you have any other questions, send me a text message, shoot me a chat, whatever, and I will see you in class later. Bye. Hope that helped.